Hi everybody. Today I thought I will share some of my ideas regarding mental health. But when I say mental health, I think the word has been used so often in last 3 decades or 4 decades. What is happening around the globe with this mental health awareness, mental health issues? So much is spoken about it. So I thought, why not share my ideas as well? So when you say mental health, what is exactly mental health? Is it the health of the mind? Is it health of the physical body? Is the mind a part of the physical body? It's just so confusing because none of us have experienced or seen what a mind is or how a mind looks. We only have experienced our mind by the way of thoughts, feelings, or behavior. So when is the healthy mind or an unhealthy mind understood? What happens to the mind when the mind is unhealthy or healthy? Or when can you say a mind is healthy or unhealthy? So according to me, a mind is healthy when the thoughts, feelings and behavior is appropriately working to the relevant situation or the context. And when the mind is not working appropriately to the context. So how can we differentiate these two areas? So when I say mind is not working in the appropriate way, I mean to say there is a situation around you and you are unable to think to the context. So you are stuck with a certain thoughts or certain feelings and you are unable to behave accordingly. So then you feel, am I not fitting into this other people's domain, or am I being different, or am I being unique, or am I not functioning? So many thoughts that comes to you. So sometimes some individuals, or if you want you can call them as clients, they come to us and they tell me, ma'am, in my work environment all are functioning so well. Whenever their boss says something, they are okay to listen to boss commands, or they are okay to do what others say, but I am not okay to do something that my boss tells me. I feel so intimidated when my boss talks to me. So what happens to this person? So this person's thought or feeling is being intimidated as this person is seeing the boss. Which means in this situation, this person is unable to respond to the context appropriately the way the work is demanding, right? So then the mind is not working healthily in that context. So can we call this person mentally ill? Can we call this person is having unhealthy mind? Can we call this person as mad? So when I say this person is not functioning appropriately, what is happening in this person's brain system? Because when we say mental, we always connect brain to mind. Brain functions for all our other physical organs. But brain has a space where the thoughts, feelings and the behavior stimulate certain neurotransmitters for the physical body to function. And when a person is unable to function appropriately, there are certain hormones or certain neurotransmitters which secretes more than required, which makes the whole system unstable and then impacts the physical body. At that point in time, this person becomes mentally, or the mind is unhealthy. So that is where all this hangama or this funda of mental health has come to the scenario. This is not as light as I'm saying. I am saying it in a very layman's understanding so that we all understand what a mental health issue is. Yeah, this is one context. So in any situation, if a person is behaving the way the person used to respond to certain situations, because we can have 3 kinds of responses for a situation. Either we can have no response, get stuck or numb, or we can have an old response pattern the way I was and still I am the same, or I can find a creative new response to whatever circumstance comes to me. So what am I doing here? What kind of response do I have in all situations will help me detect, am I functioning healthily or not? So this is a one simple area that we need to reflect. And this can be reflected in the context with your friend, with a context with your professional skilled person. You can call them as a counselor, you can call them as a psychologist, you can call them as a psychotherapist, you can call them as a psychiatrist, because all these people work under mental health label. How do you differentiate these people now? A counselor is a person who will help you to strengthen your abilities, look at your options and choose an appropriate response. A psychologist or a clinical psychologist will help you to diagnose whether you are falling under the category of pathology. When I say pathology, there is a degree of inabilities your mind is functioning. When the degree of inability functions or a mind is going, you don't recognize by yourself. So you need some test, and that is what a clinical psychologist does. And when the clinical psychologist tells you that you are under a category where your chemical imbalance is high and that you're unable to look at the reality or the context that you are in, you need certain chemical intervention, which a psychiatrist only can prescribe the drug for you and tell you where do you fall in these particular categories. That is when you need a psychiatrist support. Now, what does a psychotherapist do? Psychotherapist function is to help you facilitate or identify from where did this issue sprout, the root of your issue, and help you heal the issue and help you grow and develop and reach your highest potential or reach your self-actualized space that you want to go in your life. It's a long-term process. It doesn't happen in a day or two like the medical model. You need time, you need support, and when you are with a psychotherapist, doesn't mean that a psychotherapist can do magic for you. It means that psychotherapist can only help you identify along with you, together with the relationship, together with the therapeutic relationship, there is a safe space to explore for both of them what is happening in my life that I am behaving the way I am, or I am thinking the way I think, or I am feeling the moment how I feel. So these are the ways a psychotherapist can support you. This is the realm of mental health, but there are other ways of achieving mental peace or different responses. People adapt spiritual methodologies. People adapt some other physical activities to develop their mind. So there are many modalities which can help your mind develop. It is not that only when you are under certain people you can develop yourself. Each individual is unique and everybody are human beings. Even the therapist is a human being. Counselor is a human being. Psychiatrist is a human being. Any person who are working with other human being is a human being. So definitely there can be flaws. So none of them are idealized human beings. So with this mistakes and with this flaws, how can we relate with each other and make this world a better place is what we are looking at. And this is how I see a healthy mind functions. And for me, this is very important to see that when there is a healthy mind, there is a healthy environment, there is a healthy family, and there is a healthy nation. And let's all work towards that. For today, this is what I'm going to share with you. Thank you.